sighed and picked the skirt and bodice up out of the dust, beating the worst of the dirt off them. That was a personality conflict, he said, choosing his words carefully. Half of it was my fault, I guess, and the other half of the conflict was Maureen Taylor. That was your girl? The man-eating soprano herself? Ex-girl, Eric replied bitterly, at least at the moment. She made that abundantly clear just now. She doesn't like the fair in particular, and my itinerant lifestyle in general. But, Eric, everybody knows what you're like. Maybe she thought that when she moved in with me I'd change? She never came out and told me that, but maybe she thought I'd settle down, get a job, join the Moose Lodge. He ducked behind the burlap curtain and set the costume down in a stack of others. He turned around just in time to catch Beth's sardonic expression through the open door flap. Well, go ahead. You might as well say whatever it is you've got trying to beat its way through your teeth. Do the words fat effin' chance translate properly? She replied. You've been a footloose street busker for as long as I've known you, Banyon. You're a darling man, she continued, slipping into her fair dialect. But I'd ne'er be after chasing ye if you were the last stallion in all of Era. Jesus O'Banyon, but you've got the wandering foot and the roving eye you do, and I'd ne'er trust you with a poor maid's heart, not to mention the other fairer portions of myself. Give me a break, he said, wincing a little. I just like my freedom. Yeah, and I'll just like to know where my man is once in a while. But she took a closer look at him, and her expression of irony softened to something a little like pity. Not quite, but it was at least more sympathetic. She patted his hand. Hey, come on, Eric. I'm sorry. You just had a rather spectacular breakup. That was a stupid thing to say. I didn't intend to make fun of you. It's okay, he said, only now beginning to feel anything besides confusion and pure embarrassment. The full impact of what had just happened started to hit him. Maureen was gone. Worse than that. Really gone this time. She'd never walked out on an argument before. Not ever. He'd always managed to get her cooled down. They'd always talked it out. Not this time. She hadn't given him a chance to get a single word in. He still didn't know what he'd done. But he'd sure stepped over the line somehow. And it started here, with the fair. Like he'd said to Beth, the fair in particular and busking in general. What's wrong with being a traveling musician? He asked himself angrily. What's so important about having a mundane job? Shit. I'd rather die. I get by just fine. I did great before I got to L.A. I'm doing all right now. And I'll do okay when I move someplace else. If she wanted a CPA, she should have moved in with one. He pummeled his memory, trying to remember exactly when she'd first put up the storm warnings. Okay, she was getting zoned, and I showed her the camp. That's when she just came out and asked me how long I planned on keeping this gig going, and how long I planned on staying in L.A. with her. So I told her. Damn. What did she expect me to do, lie to her? It's not like I wouldn't be coming back eventually. Why does she want a leash on me? What would she have that she doesn't have now? He kicked at a corner of the stage and checked for travelers before venturing out into public pathways. Just what I need right now, a bunch of customers wanting to hear me play Greensleeves for the millionth time. He ducked through the burlap doorway and into the dusty fair street. I thought she'd figured out I don't like being pinned down, like the way my parents managed to pin me down for so many years. I've had my fill of being tied hand and foot.